Hello, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to talk about pi. No, not that kind of pi. And to be honest, you got to stop this nonsense because we're doing proper maths here. So yeah. Anyway, pi is a Greek symbol that we use to represent a specific constant. It goes on for millions of decimal places with no perceivable repetition of a group of numbers. It's absolutely brilliant. You already know about it. Let's see what it's all about. And we're going to start by drawing a circle. So I'm going to start, let me just get my compasses all set up here. Okay, absolutely perfect. So that's my circle. And I have chosen to have my circle to have a radius of 3 centimeters. So you can see it goes from the center, it goes across by 3 squares there. So that's 3 centimeters. The very first thing that we're going to do is we're going to find the circumference or the distance around. And for that one, I'm going to use my trusty old reel of thread. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out more than I actually need. There we are. And what we're going to do is we're going to find the circumference now. So to find the circumference, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try my neatest possible way. So I'm just going to hold this down right there on that corner, make sure that I'm happy that it's there. And then we're going to try and measure it round like so. Just going to hold that there now. Okay, good. Now we've got that. So we know that this represents the circumference around the circle. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure the circumference. So get it down to 0 there, hold it steady. And then we're going to go all the way down the line here. And that has gone to, so that's gone to just past 18. I'm going to round it down and say that it's 18 because after all, we are just estimating here. Now, what we know about pi already, pi is 3.1415 and it keeps going after that. Now, what I want to do is find out how does the diameter relate to the circumference. So therefore, I'm going to go up here now and I'm going to say, well, I already know that the circumference is about 18. And I already know that the diameter of my circle is going to be 6 because the diameter is all the way across there. So therefore, pi should be the ratio of the circumference divided by the diameter, which gives me 3. So pi in this case is 3, which makes sense because if we round it to one significant figure, pi would be 3 there as well because all of this will be gone. Now let's check the area to see if we can prove the point even further. Now to find the area of this circle, we will have to count squares. So let's count the whole squares that we've got. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 whole squares there. And then now I'm going to try and match up squares to make other squares. So for example, these two here will match up to make a whole square, 17. I'm just trying to match it up. It's not going to be perfect. It's just an estimate. So that's 17. 18, 19, 20. Amazing. So that's 20. Now we're going to check all these other squares on the outside. Now I've got this little tiny piece here on all the little corners just down here. So those are my tiny little bits there. I've got 20 already, so I'm going to merge that tiny little bit and find that they're the missing pieces for these and try to make whole squares with them, but it's not perfect. It's not perfect science. I am just estimating. So taking that tiny bit and adding it to these little missing bits here, which are clearly bigger, so it's not great. So that would be 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, and 28. So I've now got 28. The area is approximately 28. So let's put that down. In order to find pi, I'm going to relate the area now to the square of the radius. So therefore, the radius is 3. So therefore, pi, in this case now, pi will be approximately equal to the area of 28 divided by the radius square. The radius square is 9. So now plunk that into our calculator. 28 divided by 9 is equal to 3.1 recurring. So again, you can see here that if we're estimating pi, pi is approximately equal to 3. Thank you very much for watching right to the end of the video. I hope you've learned something about pi. Now this sets us up nicely for the next series of videos I have coming up where we have to use pi.